Lonzo Ball was on the Point podcast by Trae Young. Mike Tyson Young. Y'all hear his voice, man. It was crazy. But he had an interesting thing he said on the show. The Chicago Bulls built a team around him. We got to talk about this, but you know how we do it. Y'all got to hit the music first.
Cognac. Gang.
Shy Boys podcast with the Cognac Boys. I am Cognac Boy CDubb, holding it down on another episode for my nephew, Cognac Boy Bobby, who's out in the ATL doing his thing. Well, Trae Young had Lonzo Ball on his podcast today. I guess it aired today. Who knows when he actually was on there. And he had it was a very interesting, I'm gonna call it an interview. It wasn't more like a conversation. It sounded like an interview. And he said some pretty good things. And I want to highlight one thing he said on this podcast or interview, you want to say. He said that he was so upset that he got injured because he felt that the team was built around him, that he finally can play the way that he wanted to play and be successful in that way. Now, is this true? You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Lonzo, though. He looked like he gained a couple pounds there, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, but go ahead, keep working. Hope you get you back on the next year, because he's gonna be out for this whole entire season. Well, let's check this out in Lonzo Ball having a team built for him. Let's go through the history of Lonzo Ball ever since he's been in the NBA. Of course, we're going to start with the LA Lakers. He got drafted out of UCLA. I think he was the number 1 or number 2 pick. I think he was the number 2 pick. I think Embiid was number 1. He was in there. Oh, you remember that summer league? They was like a AAU team. You had Brandon Ingram, Kuzma. You had one of the Villanova kids over there. They were an exciting team his first year in LA. Then came LeBron James. And I think that first year, he did play close to himself, devoid of a jump shot, because it was never going to work like that. That form was never going to work against professional basketball players. So we get to when LeBron James gets put on the LA Lakers. And how can he play the game that he wants to play? When LeBron comes in, everybody's going to change their game because they got to appease to this guy, LeBron James. Then he goes to the New Orleans Pelicans, and I think this is the most important spot that he been through. He said he hooked up with some kind of jump shot guru. I forget his name. I guess I'll put it in the description or something if I find it out. And he helped him change his jumper from that side, from the side of his ear to it got, you know what I'm saying, to a little bit of a professional jump shot. And he became very effective at this moment, but he still wasn't a ball handler. He still had other ball handlers on the team. He actually had to share the ball handling duties with I don't recall his name as well. This is coming straight off the head. Y'all don't hate on me right now. I think this was the most important place for Lonzo Ball's career in New Orleans. Not just playing with the likes of a great talent like Zion Williamson. I believe he came out as cocoon. He transformed into a butterfly when he was with New Orleans. You see him making more plays, more assists. You remember those alley-oops to Zion. His defense always been immaculate. When it got to New Orleans, he got on another level when he got to New Orleans, and I just think he took another jump in his game with the New Orleans Pelicans, and it was undeniable. Switch on, his contract ran out. Boys come calling. 4 years, $80 million. Soon as he jumps on the floor, you can see that it was a oh, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Nick Vooch. And who was controlling this whole thing? Lonzo Ball. And Lonzo Ball, he's not gonna blow you away. He's not gonna lead the league in scoring. He's not gonna lead the league in rebounds. He's not gonna lead the league in assists. But he does everything very well. Lonzo Ball was absolutely outstanding, getting the Chicago Bulls all the way to the number one seed and to January 14th when he was injured. And you see how much the Bulls missed the guy. They just had a steady dip all the way down to the play-in. We could just keep on dipping all the way to last season when they got into the play-in tournament. Uh Now to the direct answer to the question, was this team built around Lonzo? I'm going to have to say yes. It definitely wasn't built around Zach LaVine. If you was to build a team around Zach LaVine, I think you will have to place a gang of shooters around Zach LaVine and a nice athletic, defensive-minded, rebounding machine of a big man. So it's not Zach LaVine. DeMar DeRozan, no way. I don't think they would ever build at his age. Definitely he had some teams built around him. I'm talking about DeMar DeRozan and Toronto Raptors, and they were extremely successful. But at that point in his career, when they grabbed DeMar DeRozan out of free agency, I would say that he was much more of a complementary piece to Zach LaVine or Lonzo Ball. Nick Vooch is one of the is and still is one of the best big mans in the NBA. He can rebound. He's a walking double double. He's gonna get you some rebounds. He's gonna score some baskets. He shoot the 3 point. A little bit too much in my opinion, but he can shoot that thing. He can get hot. And then you had Lonzo Ball. And Lonzo Ball completed the puzzle. Look how successful those guys was. Beating a Brooklyn Nets team with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, handling the Denver Nuggets. Although we're not without Jamal Murray, he was still injured, but they still handled an eventual NBA champion. You can look at all the powerhouses 2 years back, and the Bulls played them all exceptionally well when Lonzo Ball was on the team. So to answer his question, with the dip in the record in the overall play of the Chicago Bulls since Lonzo Ball left, he's absolutely right. This team was built around Lonzo Ball. Now, Lonzo Ball it looks like it's been confirmed that he will not play any of this season. So that's 3 years gone on a 4-year, $80 million deal. The next year is going to be critical. 1 year, 20 mil for all the marbles. Not just showing that the Bulls didn't make a mistake waiting on you, because I still think the Bulls are going to wait. I still think Lonzo Ball is going to be in the Bulls uniform. That's another discussion for later. I still think he's going to be in the Bulls uniform next year after this season. This is going to be an exciting time for the Chicago Bulls just to see if he can still play the game that he loves. Because this team is built for Lonzo Ball. You see, you put Patrick Williams, a little bootleg, a little I don't want to disrespect Patrick. I'm sorry, I said Patrick Williams, but Patrick Beverly. I don't want to disrespect Patrick Beverly because he's his own player. He's an excellent player in his own right. They tried to get a guy closest to Lonzo Ball as possible. I don't think that's possible because I think he's a unique player in this game. It's been a long time since we've seen Lonzo play, bro. Bro, it's wild. So I just want to ask a question. It's been a quick video to see, and I say yes. This team was built around Lonzo Ball. The proof is in how far we slid these last couple years. From number one in the Eastern Conference to trying to bite and claw your way into the play-in. It's gonna be interesting next year to see what we do. This has been another video from the Shy Boys podcast. Make sure you comment in the comments. What you think? Was this team built around Lonzo Ball? And I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Cognac. Gang.